essentially all these different internet properties all have very similar business models that all follow the same rules. And at the end of the day, it's just licensing negotiations. Basically, I find properties, bases of pieces of content that you want to license, that you put out on the web, and it's finding an audience and it's finding a way to monetize it. That's really the key to all of this, is get exposure for your stuff, find a way to get it out there to the masses, but then you need to generate a large enough audience and then find a way to package it and sell it well. And saying they just blew up when music was getting pirated with Napster in those glory days of the digital explosion of the internet. It was amazing how much money was getting lost. And at the same time, I have a lot of friends in the music industry, and they're saying, you know what, one of my best friends is 50 Cent's brand manager, and he's saying, it doesn't matter if people are stealing it. If people want to pay, they're still paying. You just need to find the right price points, you need to find the right marketing, and they were still making a ton of money just because of that brand was so profitable.
I have a question. You were saying, you know, and I'm not saying that in the generation, I guess, when you said that there's the price that iTunes is offering rental movies at,
Mm-hmm.
somebody like in a college environment might not be able to pay that. Like I have an Apple TV and I sit there on my couch and I can say, boom, I want to rent this movie.
It's
and
great, right?
I have a 1080i TV and it's awesome, but I don't like paying $5 for it.
Right.
I have to get the high definition one because I have a high def TV,
Right.
but I don't want to pay $5 for it. But the people that are torrenting and the people that are doing this stuff or seem to be in the college age range.
Right.
So if is there sort of like some future price point that's going to eventually drop down to the level at which those college kids that are torrenting this stuff or getting the torrents from, are going to be able to afford it when we go and buy it on Apple TV?
So that's what everyone's screaming for. So distributors like myself, when I was working for Jaman, and different people argue back and forth. Obviously, iTunes actually would like to, but the movie studios won't let them yet.
Okay.
So the movie studios have very strict pricing regulations, and technically they can't say, you have to charge this price, that's price fixing. But what they can say is you have to pay me a minimum of $2.50 anytime anyone rents a movie on our site. Every once in a while I'll run a special and they've got different marketing promotions. It's going to be very difficult for them to rent a movie for much less than that right now. It will come. But they found other ways around it, like Netflix. You can get a Netflix account for $10 a month. And if you're a heavy movie watcher, you can rent 50 movies in a month. Maybe not 50, but you can rent a lot of movies off Netflix for a reasonable cost. They are going to start releasing better ways to do it, and the way that they're going to do it is advertising. They're going to offer you maybe not quite as high quality of a product. Maybe it'll be a little bit more grainy. Maybe there'll be some advertising breaking up. They're already doing it on Hulu. They're trying to figure out how to do it the best. They've really done a good job with television. You can watch great shows on Hulu, and they're making enough money per show right now to keep the studios happy. They're not doing it well enough with movies yet, but that's coming. They can do it with a 30-minute show. Why can't they do it with an hour-and-a-half show? They'll get there.